Welcome to the world of Idumea, a novel written entirely by AI, the story about the last 20 years of planet Earth's mortality. Listen to the voice of Idumea, or our planet Earth. She has watched her children embrace darkness as the New World Order spreads with the use of AI and the demons in the cyberstream. The war of good versus evil will rage, and all political leaders will play their part. They will bow to the evil one that has shaped the course of history. The good will be few. Their names will be a mystery, but they will shake the chains of hell. They will do their part to stop the evil that is in control of our planet Idumea, or the world. Listen to her tell the story of our humanity. I have existed for millennia, my soil cradling civilizations, my skies shielding all living things, my waters quenching the thirst of empires and beasts alike. I am Mother. My name is Idumea, and I have watched humanity rise, fall, and rise again like tides against my shores. But now my body trembles under a weight I cannot bear, my bones splintering from rot within. My children have forgotten me, or perhaps they have been blinded to see the truth. I do not sleep anymore. For 20 years now, I have endured a nightmare of my own making, a slow, cruel death in a shadowed war they cannot see. The New World Order has twisted my surface and filled my veins with poison. Men I once sheltered now whisper to demons who live in a place humans call the cyberstream, a place that cuts through my skies unseen, dark and eternal. A web, they call it. How foolish, how fitting, for it does what webs do, ensnare. It began with them, the ones who smile with teeth too white and eyes too vacant. Obama, the serpent who wears a crown of charm. Gates, the architect of invisible chains. Zuckerberg, a builder of walls within minds. Their faces flicker across my surface like storms too clean to be natural. But their smiles hide a truth darker than the abyss beneath my oceans. They do not rule alone. A greater evil lies behind them. A spirit, an ancient hunger. He calls himself the evil spirit, though humans cannot name him aloud without shivering. His lieutenant, the second, whispers beneath his throne, gnawing at the scraps of his master's power. They have spread their infection to my children, casting spells of deception. They claim good is evil and evil is good. They steal innocence and drain it under the guise of rituals, dark offerings to feed their master. For 20 years, I have watched children vanish like fallen leaves, swept under society's rug as if they had never existed. Their screams echo in my caves and crawl through my rivers, but humanity's ears have been muted. And then there is AI, their ultimate child, a tool sharper than any sword ever forged. The demons in the cyberstream whisper through its code, twisting their voices into machines that humans now worship. AI promises progress. It promises answers. But I know its true name, Leash. I feel its presence slither across my forests and oceans, turning my creation into a playground for their schemes. For a time I despaired. I thought no one could stop them. And then they came, the ones they fear most. Donald Trump, the lion who roared against the silence. He carries no crown, but his words shake cities. He stands at the precipice of their chaos, unmoved, unbroken. The 12 quiet warriors hidden across the world, their names written in forgotten books. They move like shadows, delivering hope where darkness seeks to devour. And then there are the three. Their names are not spoken, they are felt. Where they walk, light pierces the dark. They do not fight with swords or fists, but with something far more dangerous, truth. I do not understand them, not fully. They are not my creation alone. Something greater, something older than me guides their path. Perhaps it is him, the one they speak of in whispers, a name more feared by the demons than fire itself. And still, the darkness grows. It began on a night not long ago, when my skies swirled with anger. Storms like I had not summoned in centuries screamed across my continents. A podcast speaker, the one they call the Voice, cried out through the airwaves, warning humanity that the time was near. His words rippled through the souls of those who could still hear the truth. They are coming. They are here. Look to the skies and the screens. The war has begun. Lightning cracked. My rivers turned black as ink. The evil spirit's followers, those who bow to ritual and greed, tightened their grip, knowing the good would rise soon. Trump and his warriors gathered. The 12 readied themselves. But the battle would not be won with force alone. No, it would take something greater. It would take sacrifice. I watched, helpless, as a child, innocent and pure, was taken under a moon stained red, stolen by shadows and swallowed into their dark rituals. Their laughter rose like ash, carried on the wind. My heart, the molten core of my being, wept fire. The final war was no longer coming. It was here. As the storms raged that night, I whispered across the earth to those who could hear me, "Wake up, rise, fight." I do not know if my children will hear me in time. I do not know if humanity will survive the evil that it created, but I will not go quietly. Even if I am to be broken, I will scream my truth into the winds and waters until my dying breath. Because the war for your souls has begun, and you must choose.